It's that change. It's also like having that. I used to use a term. I stopped using it, but I'm going to use it for this conversation. Is when all of a sudden you learn something new, and then your whole world was upside down. I call it spiritual retardation.
Oh, spiritual retardation.
Yeah, it was just kind of that opening. It was I was using it for a while, so it was okay.
It was
to
PC
use that.
back then.
It was PC then. I don't use that term anymore. But a lot of times, I've had people, they're watching my videos, and then in order to listen to me, they have to understand if I'm a light-skinned, dark-skinned white guy or a light-skinned black guy.
Ah, interesting.
In order to understand what I'm saying.
Right, to like get the cultural context.
To understand the like how they have to listen to me. But like this is, I was talking to Krisna earlier. This is masculine energy, making things happen, letting things happen. But your arm moves with masculine energy and feminine energy, masculine energy and feminine energy. Well, think about which movements are masculine, which are like if you were all masculine, you couldn't punch hard. Some of the most vicious samurais and ninjas were women because they know vulnerability and flexibility.
Yeah.
Some of the and I think a lot of women sometimes get lost when they're moving in the patriarchy and they're trying to move with their masculine energy more to show that that's the strength.
Right, which is just so fascinating, right? Because the whole point is to liberate the feminine energy. So, yeah, that's a really good point.
So our cells are unlimited. I mean, think about this, and you can answer this or not answer this, or we can just contemplate that. What gender is your soul?
Right.
Is your soul?
Does your soul have a gender? Has it chosen a point of polarity, or is it just a soul encompassing totality?
In Hindu traditions, they were when somebody's enlightened and they depict it with whether it's some type of art or a statue, they'll depict it as this guru as being part feminine, part masculine.
Yeah, there's depictions of Krishna, if anybody is familiar with that particular figure. Not this one. And when they depict Krishna in their playful state with the flutes and the animals, the features of the face have a very feminine quality to them. And when it shows them like in maybe more of a serious mode or scholarly, they're going to show them with more masculine features. So that is very fascinating. For me, this conversation isn't necessarily more about, well, how many different genders can we create so that people have a place to go. That's not so much where I go in this conversation. Instead, I lean to what new social norms filled with compassion and love can we create so that people can feel included as they are, as they're born, and not feel the need to hyper-identify with all these different concepts and terms and then take very drastic measures physically to change their physical features to align with these gender norms to be more socially accepted. I really would love to keep having the conversation around how can we create a loving, compassionate world that is fully accepting to the various fluctuations and components that we each bring to the table outside of these, like, for me, they're very box-like identity spaces that we're being asked to conform ourselves.
Correct.
For me, I am fortunate in that I was born a female with all the feminine genitalia, and I also feel feminine in my energy. I have a lot of masculine energy in me that allows me to like get shit done and, you know, accomplish a lot, travel around the world to like 15, 20 plus different spaces, which has been amazing. But most people would just assume, oh, she's heteronormative. But I'm actually a queer feminine, and people wouldn't necessarily know that.
What does that mean?
It means that I am attracted to the feminine essence, and also I'm attracted to the masculine essence. And I also feel like I am both feminine and masculine as well, even though I am presenting more feminine than masculine in the ways in which I move in the world. So, yeah, I think it's interesting, you know, for us to think about, yeah, like how are we using these labels and forms of identity in ways that empower us? Because at the end of the day, that's really why we might want to use these types of terms.
So you've probably heard me say this quote a lot, but Nikola Tesla said, if you want to know the secrets of the universe, look to energy, frequency, and vibration. And I think in order to get shit done, depending on what it is, there's a more feminine energy might be the best frequency to be on there, or more masculine, but it comes with subtle movements. It's not an extreme one. I want to put the gender thing, but I'm going to put it more on me being an African American. That a lot of times people want everybody to accept them 100% racist wise, when sometimes people might not be being racist, because there's many reasons to not like me. There's many reasons to not like, there's many reasons to love me too. But there's a lot of times something happens to me and some people might go to that person's being racist, and it's like, no, they might not be being racist. They might just not like me for some reason. That's okay.
Sure, yeah.
I just don't want to give that any energy on every level.
For sure, yeah.
And a lot of times people aren't in a position to have enough power to do something. So on the gender pronouns, to get everybody to accept you 100%, I would feel that I wasn't really pushing the narratives enough and pushing the status quo to be accepted at that level so much. Because I was the guy wearing the suit with the short hair, getting it cut every 2 weeks and everything, and I was more accepted then. I joke that I've only been invited to one wedding since I got dreadlocks.
Oh. We don't need those dreads.
Yeah.
Well, that's not fun.
They're like, oh, okay, we don't want all the bridesmaids getting pregnant. We're not like Jedi Steve. That was a joke, for the record.
For the record.
We don't be getting anybody pregnant.
In this conversation,
we don't be getting anybody pregnant.